Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nat20Hot. We're so thrilled that you would be here with us.
We
Could
like
you
to play D&D
stop it?
together.
Stop it.
Not a BDSM podcast.
Not a BDSM podcast or a Twitch stream. We are a group of friends that like to play Dungeons and Dragons together. We've been doing this for over 2 years now, and I have a very special announcement before we get into anything today, which is that you can see us in a live session in exactly 1 week and 2 days from today. And we
What?
cannot wait. That's right. It's time for the annual Nat20Hot get together, which no one but these four people are invited to. And we're so excited to
There's
see you there.
actually 5 of us, though.
Well, but
And Evan's wife, and Evan's wife.
that's true. All the other
Technically invited.
people. And we can't wait to see you in New Orleans. And we can't wait to see you for Mardi Gras. If you're there, look us up. You won't
Les bon
find us.
brûlés.
And
Look us up. We won't come to
we
you at
won't come
all.
to you
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
we will not.
We will
We
not come
won't
to you at
contact
all.
you.
But
I might come to you.
You call us.
you call us, have our people connect with your people. But
Actually,
truly,
if you
it is a
give
joy
us
and pleasure.
$500 to a charity of your choice
Which you
under
can,
our name, we will meet up.
we
with
will
you.
meet up with you. That is so true, and we do find a lot of causes near and dear to our hearts. Some of which you can find in the chat, because there is a lot of darkness in the world right now, and we just want to bring a little bit of light into it. And so, without further ado, let me bring to you what is the greatest joy of my life. Introducing this session every week in and week out. Because last time out, in an unstreamed session, might I add, sorry to our viewer, we the gang did get up to some much needed relaxation in the face of the end of the world. Hello? Okay.
Oh my god, is Chris about to get murdered?
Is there a ghost?
No, I think it was just my heat, but I am also being loud, so I was worried that my neighbor might be knocking. While Brantlin, Willem, and Cena and Semrafel ventured to the Feywild to check on those who fled the Marigold Estate, Randy got a new assistant in the form of Double Branwen, or Branwen Beta. A grotesque cast, a grotesque casting of Simulacrum later, the group now had two Branwens, and Beta Branwen ventured off into Trowood to retrieve some items for Randy to enchant. But what she found was unfortunately much darker, as Goy's affliction continues to spread throughout the port city. Randy was able to continue his efforts to enchant things to protect the group, leaning upon his findings from the Scroll of Omniscience on how to enchant things, but he did, however, fail to continue his commune with Azaleus, the chained god tucked away beneath Hylasera in a demiplane. Elsewhere, Bramwin and company reunited with Poppy, Cleo, Colette, Seabass, RJ, and Dinky, though they were immediately dismayed by Willem's abrupt breaking of the news that their companions had perished. While Cena, Serafel, and Willem took off to buy just a few more things to enchant with Randy and bonded over a drink at the Fly By Night, Bramwin took some much needed relaxation as they plot their next moves. So that is where we find ourselves. Oh, and Bramlin was given a book of Elray's findings on the Elagoy's mind curse. So that is where we find ourselves with the Willem, Cena, and Serafel company returning to Seabass's bachelor pad. Bramlin awaking from her slumber, and Randy, you having spent, given that the time dilation is there, I will say by this time you will have had the opportunity to enchant the other items that you had received. So you now have 3 items in your possession, bearing the abilities that you have cast upon them. Who? Oh,
That's
and then
the splint armor, that I'm wearing, the boots, and then like a little helmet, right?
that is correct, a Valkyrie helmet. And Dunk and Clarissa got off to some shenanigans at attempting to repair Draken's tower, but he has since returned and has joined you at the Evan Lake there, Randy. So who would like to begin?
I don't know. You're God.
Yeah, God.
That feels like a you guys thing.
Nobody say anything. Make him choose.
Hi, Dunk.
So what's up,
There we
guys?
go.
Well, Dunk's not with you guys. Dunk is with
Ah,
Randy.
shit. Okay.
Hey, Dunk.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Randy.
I'm there.
Oh yeah,
Bramwin.
Bramwin Beta. Actually,
So
I should say that Beta Branwen has two N's, but Branwen has the one N, which is how it's always
It's
supposed to
just
be.
BB.
I know,
It's
BB,
BB.
BB.
Can you try these on, and I'll give him the boots.
I'm hearing
Hey,
people's voices.
we can hear you
Sorry.
not paying attention to our D&D
I'm
game.
paying attention. Randy's giving Dunk a piece of enchanted stuff.
Yeah, what's he giving him?
Boots.
Probably the boots, because the helmet's for me and the armor is for
with the
Randy.
fur.
What about the apple bottom jeans?
Yeah. So I will put the boots on.
All right. You will need to spend.
Oh.
What?
Okay. I didn't hear you for a
Ah,
second, but
you will need to spend some time attuning to them. However, did you happen to write down that? I don't have it right in front of me. Oh wait, no, I do.
Oh,
Never mind, I got it.
wait.
The enchantment.
Well-oiled machine.
You now have the ability to cast Greater Restoration once per long rest. You also have resilience to the mind effects of Eligoi. And once per day, you can you can add temporary hit points equal to your charisma modifier plus your character level. And that is once per day, and you can only have one source of temporary hit points at a time.
and what was that last part?
You can only have one source of temporary hit points at a time. So, like, one of the things
Oh,
that
okay.
Willem gives you can't necessarily stack on top of it.
I see.
Clarissa, you're getting something soon. Don't worry about that. I sent well, I guess they're getting that shift in the Feywild, but I don't know. You're getting one too. Don't worry.
Don't worry, it starts out pretty mild.
I mean, I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm me.
I mean, yeah, you're definitely.
So
Ooh, American Red Cross is calling me.
so you're not Branwen.
I'm technically Branwen.
This is like
Have you
Branwen,
always?
except she just like doesn't have a soul. It's cool.
Not that I want to, but like if I like if I killed you, would you like Branwen would still be good?
I don't know. Do you want to test that out?
Yes.
I prefer if we.
Maybe.
Oh, come on.
No, I think they could be so fun. And just bear me out on this one. You decided that the world needed two of you. How exactly? So you're aware of the spell Simulacrum.
Yeah,
You are.
yeah.
That's so interesting.
We did see
What?
Draken use it.
Wow. Yeah, Draken using it, that makes sense.
I feel like you're being so judgy right now.
No, not at all. More
Or
surprised.
maybe
That's all.
jealous.
No.
Insight check. That's 19.
Oh, yeah. There's a fair degree of jealousy laced on her tone, but you can also get the sense that it's a level of curiosity in you that she did not previously have.
Good try.
BB, I have an idea that is maybe extremely stupid, but I think could be really good if it worked out.
I also have one. You go first, though.
Okay, but no, wait. Let's say it on three.
You can have ideas. Sorry,
Okay.
I won't interrupt. Go ahead.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3.
You
I
can
go into
scry on you like
town.
go and then go into town.
Holy shit, we high five. Okay. This is
Because like,
gonna be
what's he
terrible.
gonna do? Invade your mind? You're not real.
Exactly. And then if I do this, that means that Prime Win won't have to be self-destructive and do it herself.
Yeah. And
Great. Got it.
well,
Sucks to be
okay, yeah.
self-aware.
All right. good plan because we gotta figure out where this dude is, right?
Yeah,
And
I'm pretty sure he's in the sewers, and the problem is I really don't want to go down there.
But it doesn't matter if you go down there because then you'll just die and it's fine because
Yeah,
we
it
can
still
make another
sucks
one.
for me.
to be honest,
You're not a
I
real
just kind of
person.
assumed like he.
Still have feelings.
Not ones that matter.
Wow.
See, if you were a Brainwind, I would have a problem with that, but
Right.
I kind of
Dunk,
have to agree.
like Dunk gets it. Like you're only real because Brandman brought you into this world, which means that it's fully
I am
within.
Branlin.
No, you're not. You're like the lesser version of her, which means that she kind of gets to decide what happens to you, and by extension, we kind of get to
No,
decide.
I'm. What? No.
It's cool, BB. You can be Branwyn for a while.
I am Branlin.
Okay, cool. It's just but you want to do this, yeah?
Well, if I do it, that means Prangwin doesn't have to do it. It's great.
I agree.
Yeah. Right.
And I would like Prangwin to survive because that's also me.
Me too. Oh,
Totally.
well. Okay.
I feel like you guys don't value me, which does kind of sting a little bit. But also, I see the reasoning.
Clarissa just goes,
I appreciate the sacrifice that you're going to make.
Well, now I'm kind of second guessing that.
No, it's great. It'll be really helpful for us.
Okay. I feel like I should use up some
Oh.
spell slots while I'm here, though.
Probably a good idea.
What's
You-
happening to our lord?
"You okay, Randy?"
Hold on, my speaker's falling down.
Okay.
I feel so mean.
I'm spending too much time with Clarissa.
Yeah.
See, this would have been cool and chill if it was just me and Randy scheming this, but now that you guys are here, now you're introducing more angles to it that we weren't going to think too hard about.
So, like, why are you continuing to think hard?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. How should we do this?
Well, you should cast Scry on Eli Goy.
Okay.
Hold on. What is it? What kind of a check is it again?
Wisdom?
It's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
If
But I think it's going to be pretty hard for him to resist it because I'm like really strong.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay.
I don't think my enhance ability would help in this circumstance because it's just a saving throw.
Wait a minute. I might actually have something. Fuck, I didn't actually open my character sheet. I opened up D&D Beyond, but didn't open the character sheet.
It's D&D.
Where's never make an attack. Never mind. It's not an ability check, right?
It is a saving throw that they make. Yeah, it's a saving throw that the person being scribed upon makes. There's no like
Okay,
advantage.
so never
or
mind.
anything
This
like
isn't
that.
going to be helpful. So
Yeah.
This is also assuming that they want to resist it.
This is like the thing that always happens on Critical Role, where like they all like try to give each other advantage and then roll, and then Matt just watches it happen. And he goes, "There is no roll for Scry that they make." This is just like that time. I know you guys do.
I think I can do it pretty good. All right. Gonna sit down and cast Scrying on El Guy. Using the knowledge that I have of his approximate location, also he's currently infesting my brain.
Sure. So that's like it's the lowest DC effectively, or what's the negative that they get?
You're the one that knows this, Chris.
It's your spell.
I'm Googling it. I'm Googling. Google it.
-10.
-10. Okay.
No, sorry, -15.
-15. Got it.
And my DC is 17.
Okay. Okay. So they rolled a 19 -15. Meets it, beats it. Okay, you are as you're kind of sitting there, you focus your energy, kind of just pondering. It feels odd to kind of peer into memories that are not your own, but you attempt to focus on those memories of the sight of the being beneath the sewers in your dreams, the sight of the creature that you saw in the undercity of Old Hallow, and you just let it process and build up, and you think and you ponder upon it, and inevitably the the sound of the wood starts to fade away. Crickets chirping and the birds cawing in the distance, and instead gets replaced by a subtle, faint dripping, drip, 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 and the faint rush of water, and you start to kind of blink and let your eyes attune to the light, the dim light. And you can see down one way a rushing grate out into the port waters of Trowman. And as you peer deeper in, just the ring of the sewer slick with a black, shimmering ooze. And as you kind of take a step in and scan, you see that it just envelops the whole sewer line, going deeper and deeper, where all light just seems to vanish into the shimmering black ochre. And it just fades away until you can see no deeper than a hit of darkness. But every once in a while, a strange undulation, a ring of light pulses out, kind of shimmers around you. And you almost feel it pass over you. What would you like to do?
Go toward the light.
The light is a pulse. It's like a beacon almost, like a
Go toward the source.
stepping in. Even just since you're not truly there, you feel as though you're kind of just stepping right onto the black substance yourself until you lose all semblance of place as the light just fades away and gets sucked into the darkness, where you have no idea which way is forward, back, left, or right. But you can still hear the faint drip and the run of water.
Hey, young guy.
You receive no response, as you cannot
Hey,
communicate
girl.
with
Hey.
people whilst scrying, unless it's Seraphel.
I'll just keep going into the darkest part of the ooze.
Okay. As you proceed forward, make a perception check.
That is a 23.
As you are walking, because there's so little light, so little differences in your progression, it just like seems to be endless as you step deeper and deeper, and inevitably you're just kind of like looking, shifting your eyes left and right, and you think you see something, a glimpse of white. So your head snaps in the direction, and an eye, human and green, small, in the black substance, blinks back at you, and it just kind of like twists and spins a little bit, and then it rolls back, disappearing into the ooze until two, three, four, five, six, seven all gather around one another, all in varying shapes, color. These are very clearly different eyes that once belonged to people you likely walked alongside. They stare at you. And then another appears. Make an insight check.
That is a 17.
You can't quite place it, but this one seems oddly familiar, as though this eye has seen many things. And a bit gray, in a color uncommon of humans. And they simply blink at you and then roll back over into the ooze. But as you're focusing on this spot, you can see just in the shift of the eyes going behind things that you've clearly reached something of a bend. And a pulsing purple light at the far end of what is clearly a turn in the sewer line.
Go toward the light.
As you get closer, even you, in your spectral, ethereal self, feel a crushing psychic weight that you get to a point where you feel like you can go no closer. And a voice rings out. Presence. Presence of mind. Foreign mind. But familiar. I know you. And the weight is just cracking and fracturing. And I'll have you make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, man. All right, all right. That is a sultry 13.
Inevitably, you just feel driven to your knees. Randy, Dunk, Clarissa, you watch as Beta Bramlin, BB falls to her knees in the forest in front of you, and her eyes, which are currently just a milky, like, film covering her eyes, suddenly roll back into her head, and you can see the purple, veiny veins, which are in an eye, that feel unnatural even to begin with, just stretching and swelling and starting to pour out into the whites of her eyes until finally, Bran, the spell shakes and you blink and you can just feel like things welling up in the corner of your eyes as though you've like fractured a blood blister of just this odd
Ooh.
liquid just pooling in the corners of your eyes.
Is it
And the spell has severed, yes.
okay? Well, he's in there for sure.
All right, awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. Am I going there?
All right, I'm going to say something a little out of character. What would we accomplish by you going there?
I don't know, man. I feel like
I think it's good that we know where he is.
if we
I think
had
that
one
was,
of Willem's teeth,
again, what would we accomplish by you going there?
I don't know, man.
Just kind of feeding him.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm trying to find something for me to do.
It would be cool.
Be cool and really scary. It was
Be a
scary
cool
down
like
there.
experiment.
There are a bunch of eyes and goo.
I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but I think we just have to stay on task here.
Okay.
So I guess I will continue doing what I was doing.
Okay, I'll help. I'll help you.
I don't really know how you're going. Dunk, did you find anything at the tower? Anything like engine worthy?
Um, did we find anything, Chris?
No more so than you had already brought
Wasn't
over.
really.
You guys had brought over all the things that
Yeah.
were relevant. However, you're all kind of thinking that maybe you should take a closer look at some of the stuff that you've had to review because, like, maybe people haven't really told you much about the stuff that you've been looking at, and like it could be helpful to just look at stuff again, and maybe
Let's look at stuff again.
yeah.
Yeah, let's look at stuff again.
Let's go look at stuff again. Come on, Dunk. I might have broken blood vessels in my eyes, but they can still see, kind of.
They can still kind of see.
Okay. So the variety of things that have been actually before we get to that, let's check in on our other crew. Um, so Willem, Cena, Seraphel, and Brandon Prime are currently in Seabass's bachelor pad, hanging out, having acquired a handful of things.
Okay. Um, feel like we didn't stay long, but I think we do need to go. Right? Did you guys get promiscuous girls?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
How
Yes,
many?
they were very nice. I understand why you laud them all so much. Cena just kind of looks at you, Bramwin, and goes, and mouths like, it was weird, but nice.
I give her a confused thumbs up. All right, so
So,
should we head back?
I mean, I don't see why we would stay here. We got Randy's trinkets, but we, got stuff to do. World to save.
Okay. I guess I'll go and make my rounds and say goodbye to everyone after being here for like 2 hours.
You
Okay.
were here for at least 4 hours because you took a nap.
Yeah, and I was sleeping for most of it. Although I did get to snuggle Randy Jr. for all of that.
Before you
He was my
go,
pillow.
we do. Well, we talked while you were sleeping, and I know that you'll say no, and you'll fight us, and we want to help. Anything you need, we're there. And when the time comes to fight this thing, you don't have to do it alone. I mean it.
Is that Cena?
No, it's Colette.
That's Colette.
Oh.
Clearly, you can tell by how I raise my octave on certain emphasis.
Context clues.
Yeah.
I missed out on the context clue.
um. Okay.
So we can come now
I mean,
and help with whatever you need, or if you have something you need us to do, or whatever, but you're not stopping us from helping. So
okay.
tell us what you need. She's right,
Do you know how
Foxy.
to build a? Well, okay, wait. Okay, wait. We might be cooking here. We might be cooking here, right?
You tell
Because we need
us.
to make a giant celestial engine thing, but there's something to do with lenses, right? Maybe? No?
You're the one who
No,
wrote down
I'm
the
thinking
word
of the
lens.
telescope.
The telescope has lenses, and you did retrieve the
Ah,
gears for the engine from,
you
which
don't
you've
need,
really
you don't
learned
need
is
one.
more of a gate, and it was misdescribed as an engine by the
It's
idiot.
fun to call an engine though. It
Sure.
sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we could maybe use help building the engine. That's not an engine, but I'm calling an engine.
Okay. And
At the very least, they could help us find parts.
parts. And do you know what parts you need?
Have a
Branwin wrote
list.
down the list.
I don't know what any of these might be. Um,
Neither do we.
so as you read the list, um, you find that there are um, all of them kind of end up alluding to like the handful of pieces that are like clearly missing are what are described as pylons, or in some cases they're referred to as tethers in the descriptors. Um, no, they're not. It's actually just, damn it. They're described as a netting in the notes. It is legitimately in the notes that you are reading described as netting, and you definitely didn't read anything about pylons or tethers. Um,
So I should
and
cross that out.
for now, um, and because I read the notes that you don't read out loud notes. And that was used to like actually drop on top of Goy to keep them because they were huge. They were the size of a
It
planet.
really is a giant net that you put on top of them and say, "Stay here."
So like in the descriptors and the images that were drawn in the things that you retrieved, and what Seraphel has shared, Seraphel like points and goes, "Yes, it was like I'm going to say that Willem actually did laugh at that," and Seraphel goes, "He was When we originally defeated them, they were the size of a planet. We sacrificed an entire planet to draw their attention to it, and then we used a fleet of vessels to drop the net on top of them so they could not sleep into the ether. Slip into the ether, not sleep into it, slip into it. But they were massive. We needed some mechanism to keep them while we instigated the, I guess it's a gate, but the engine to do its thing. Seabass kind of grabs the dock. Yeah, whatever. No use fighting over things that we've already settled in. So you need the net, and you also need something. Oh boy, that's a very difficult name.
Power core.
A reality weaving core. A power core is a much better name for that. Yes. You also need to calibrate the rings. It says here there's just a fair manner of clockwork pieces that would likely accomplish that. And then you actually need, well, I guess it's like a wand or a remote of some kind, like a control mechanism. Right.
Okay, any idea on where? If there's some chance that y'all know where one of these is, that'd be crazy.
It would be crazy.
I'm afraid I really don't. But I feel like you all would be the people that would know about some of these things. I mean, look at it. How about you make a history check?
Wow.
17.
4.
Okay. Willem is no help at all. He just looks at him as, you guys should know. Branwyn, I'll say roll a d4.
A 2.
Okay.
Bless you.
That was very funny. Your 17 is enough to understand that you're 99% confident that not only based on the schematics of this drawing, but also just like simply how much it glowed and powered a much more robust automaton than the rest of them, that Ted is probably your best bet for locating a core of this kind, clearly powered by Celesite. It also clearly powers an immense amount of, like, trying to think of a word that isn't as bad, like sentient processing. Where basically, like, this is a thing that can power immensely a magical item, such as a free thinking automaton like Ted. Um, but you're clever enough to know that, like, maybe there are other things out in the world that you could sufficiently enchant to replace this if you don't think you could find Ted. But you don't necessarily know what that would be. You get the sense that a sufficiently powerful magical item would do this.
Gotcha. I relay that
Nolan,
information
why
that
do you
I
keep
thought
doing
of.
that?
Doing what?
You keep going like this.
Do I? I'm
Yeah.
totally not.
Oh, I keep thinking like you're waiting for me to say something else.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Let's try to find Ted.
And begging your pardon, who is Ted?
Little robot guy.
Robot guy. What happened to him?
He kind of sucks.
Banished him.
Yeah, he might have been banished.
Oh, talk about your chickens coming home to roost, huh?
You
What?
know, sometimes you make a decision in the moment that you think is going to save the world, and then later on you regret it.
Right, right.
But yeah, that's all we got. We're gonna be, I think, Wilm's got a plan to gather some more help.
Don't we have anything left from, like, like the books that we actually looted from the Undercity. Like these guys brought, maybe they brought him here. Maybe they were trying to think of their own way to get rid of him.
Oh God, I don't remember what we have from there. When was that? When were we there?
A year ago.
That was approximately April 2024.
It was a year ago, yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice.
I'm like 99% certain that Dunk has all those books. We lifted like a ton of books from that place.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he does carry all of her things because I'm not strong.
You're strong of heart,
So it's
dear.
very possible. Okay, but physically, I'm not it.
Yes, you have no arm definition to speak of. What is that about?
Yeah, I could work on that. Work on that. Oh my God. All right. We should probably meet back up with Randy, I think. Um, yeah, thoughts, plans.
They should come with us so we can talk in a big group and find something for them to do if they would like to help.
But see, the thing that
Great.
the thing that concerns me is that they seem fine for now, but
All the more reason that we should be on the material plane with all of you. If you're worried about us getting infected and we've already got it, then we're a danger to this place just as much as we'd be a danger to all of you. I say it's settled then. Don't be listening to my daughter.
Yeah, also it keeps the infection out of this plane and they can just sleep in the same cabin as me with the healthy brained people.
Bob's your uncle. We're coming, Foxy.
oh Jesus.
You can't say I
But
never
then
did
time
anything
moves,
for you because I'm about to help you save the world.
oh no. But time moves faster there, so there's a chance that things will get
Colette
worse.
Colette grabs your face and just like pull it and like she like does like the cheek thing or she like whooshes it. She goes, "Listen to me. The more you try to delay this, the harder it's going to be. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be there. Do you remember that time I stabbed your girlfriend in the back? You didn't ask me to come that time either, but I still showed up. So we can either do this the really painful way, where someone probably ends up getting stabbed, not you this time, I promise. Or we could do it the really easy way, where you just accept help for once in your goddamn life and let us help you. She's right,
Phone
dear.
nods approvingly.
She's right, dear. It's time for us to lend our hand. We brought you back from the dead once. Wouldn't you like us to be around in case it happens again?
Okay, well I can't die this time, but yes, that would be nice. Um okay. I guess we can start packing up.
Lead the way, Foxy.
Oh Jesus H Macy. Okay. Yeah, I'll once everyone's got all their stuff, I'll take us all back to the lake.
Okay.
Well, I'll go for a swim.
Alrighty. So nothing else in Silverhaven or Feywild at this juncture. You're gonna head back to the lake.
Yeah, we'll head back to the lake for now.
Okay. You all head back to the lake. Um, as you're bringing folks through, um, you see a lot of very familiar memories of Colette that you're much looking forward to making fun of her about, including a time that she stole from the bookshop in Hylasera of some very racy reading that you will be sure to bring up in front of Seabass. And while the rest of the crew goes through pretty unabated, you arrive at Cleo.
Cleo, I love Cleo.
As she kind of like flutters down and sits on your shoulder, though you do have to fight with Randy Jr. for a bit to get him into the water.
He's
Um,
going, "Mom."
as Cleo sits down on your shoulder, she goes, you know, for the first time in a long time, I can't see anything. The future has nothing for me. Ordinarily, this is something that would terrify me. It could mean the worst, you know. That none of this works. And we die fighting. And the world really does descend into nothing. The nothing I can't see. Or perhaps it means that what's to come hasn't been written yet. And I'm quite content with an unfinished ending.
All I've got in my head is Natasha betting me
I was like,
up.
I saw you, and I was gonna say, one could say it's unwritten.
It's unwritten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These words of mine. Sorry, she's like one of my.
Okay.
She's my Serenity song artist.
Serenity song.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be, Leo, it'd be, not gonna lie, be a little helpful if you could see anything, but it's nice to have somebody that's also a pessimist here.
I think for once
Just
in your
keep things
life,
moving.
Bramlin, you should try to look things on the brighter side of life. You have many people who love you. It's sickening, honestly. I know the feeling. But in spite of it all, if this were the end, would you not want to find peace in enjoying it? And she's just gonna dunk her little self into the water.
I was
And
like, no, you're not with you.
as you attempt to peer into her memories, you see nothing. Just an empty void.
Like a scary void?
No,
She has amnesia.
it's just you don't see anything good or bad. You just feel, and you tend to look for the sensation of the person, but you feel nothing. And inevitably, you all find yourselves on the other side with Randy and company.
And me!
And Bramlin again.
And Vivi! Oh no. The whole family's here. This is terrible.
Did you bring me stuff?
Yes, your trinkets, sir.
What
Well, there's
what do you?
definitely like a whole bunch of other trinkets from around Seabass's house now too, probably.
I remember at least specifically getting earrings for Clarissa.
That is correct. I'm actually kind of
I
thinking that
think
that's the only thing you got.
I
Okay,
think it is.
there's
I
definitely
believe
a whole
so.
bunch of stuff that we probably just snagged from like
Lots of glass sculptures.
or just like from Seabass's place because I'll like Cleo and Poppy and if they had any like
They all
good
have their
trinkets or
own
something, they
thing that you
probably
could do that for, yes.
yeah.
And I will say, Randy, like as soon as Seabass comes out of the water, he comes like running up into you and like claps you on the shoulders. He goes, Randy, good to see you again. Here, this one's you. And he gives you a small glass figurine, and it has like little white wings on the back. He goes, sorry, I didn't realize that things had changed. Um, I can start working on a second one, I promise you. But for now, that's you.
Oh well, it's glass. Can't you just like break it off?
Well, I'd prefer you didn't. I spent a lot of time making that, but
Yeah, didn't stop her, but I get it. I'll let you make a note. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
uh,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Wow, that was really funny. Well done.
Look at that goose. Look at Goose.
Colette kind of
Oh,
like
good
looks
Goose.
around and like puts her hands on her hips and she goes, huh, "This is equal parts Branwen and equal parts yikes." Like real beautiful mind type vibes here. Wow.
I look at Colette and I'm just like, what's the difference?
People keep saying this, beautiful mind. What does that mean?
Oh, it means your brain is just like super styling. Like just love. Love.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Clarissa goes, I'm sorry,
Well,
who the hell are all these people?
Yeah, I start like counting the numbers of like new enchantments that I have to do.
Oh man.
We're just not going to talk about the massive addition of people here. Like, just like
Oh, there.
they're sorry.
No,
Well,
it's a lot. It's a lot. You might have even said that perhaps they'd be safer not here, anywhere but on this
That's what
plane.
I said.
well then, you're the one who brought them here.
Roast bone.
I mean,
Okay.
uh, I'm gonna Slack. Why do I always do that? I'm gonna message you, Dunk. But Bram, when you see Clarissa, just lean over and whisper something in Dunk's ear.
Great.
It's just,
Great.
stuff's just. I don't like that.
Great. How dare other people have secrets?
All right.
All
So
right.
let's get to
Introductions.
work, huh?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Introductions. Clarissa. This is my dad, Seabass. This is my sister, Colette. This is Poppy. This is Cleo. This is Randy Jr. Um, everyone. This is Clarissa. That's also Branwyn.
Also, Dinky's here, presumably.
He is
Oh
here.
yeah, Dinky. Sorry, Dinky. I forgot about you. You're here too.
I'm Clarissa. Thrilled to meet you all. Um, if you need something or want something, I'm not the person to ask. Okay?
You're so helpful, Clarissa. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not the one bringing a bunch of people to the super secret infected base camp. I don't. Who am
This
I?
is
Uh,
literally my house.
welcome to the new
Also,
Marigold Estate. I've been calling it Lake Place.
Okay.
I like
Or
that.
just the lake.
not bad.
I call it
Okay.
that because it's placed by a lake.
Isn't it
It
by a
sure.
river?
It is
Well,
technically
it
this
depends on
side
where
is
you
by
are.
two rivers merging together.
Looks like a lake to me.
It is because it's a confluence of rivers.
Aren't all lakes? I know
Uh,
I'm not
Basically.
talking to a character, but
well, I guess it depends on like how you decide what like different geography means. Like when I was a kid growing up in
Lucy.
the winter court, like I remember the schools all had like this big poster of like mesas and plateaus and rivers and
The
oxbow
yeah,
poster
lakes.
you
ruled,
And
dude.
it's just like I kind of feel like
and
this is
fjords.
still a couple of rivers merging together and not a lake.
Wait,
Isn't
did you?
that called a delta? Or is that when rivers go out
That's when rivers
into another?
flow into the sea.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait, did
So
Colette
this
tell Walder
is
that
a
she was
lake.
leaving?
What's that?
Did Colette tell Walder that she was leaving?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, I'll let him know. I'll let him know.
Lucy,
Okay.
what?
I want all of you
What is your
to take
deal?
off an article of clothing that is probably the best made, and give it to me real quick, so I can make it so you don't get infected by the brain parasite.
He just like immediately starts pulling off his shirt. Don't have to ask me twice. And
He's wearing
Colette like
extremely expensive lingerie
like
underneath.
pulls his shirt down. Whoa. This can definitely be done in private. What exactly are you looking for?
Lucy.
Jewelry would work as well. Anything that's like made with like master hands, like your most expensive piece of jewelry. I'm not gonna rob you, but I am gonna take it and make it different.
Okay.
He's
Uh,
also leaving out the part where this is he's enchanting them to prevent infection by the brain parasite.
oh,
No,
It's
it's
very important.
okay. I'm not gonna do everybody's, but you do get everybody's thing.
fair.
Is there a way that BB can actually help enchant this extreme amount of
Given the
things?
volume of items that you've already done, you've gone from a three
Can you do
day
like the pre-enchantments or something?
to a one day, and by the time you do two of them, you will have be like, at the point where it takes a couple of hours, and you can do all of these in 2 days. But I will have you make a collective Arcana check to make sure that you do it in the maximum amount of time.
Minimum amount of time.
Yes, thank you. Fuck off.
So both of us have to do one?
No, just Randy. I'll say that you can
Okay,
get
'cause we could get, like-
advantage to be helped.
I'm also going to give him bolstering magic, and he can roll you can roll a D3 whenever making an ability check.
A D3.
Gotta hop into the Google
And
for
BB
that
will
one.
give you advance, or BB will give you inspiration.
Okay, I got a
Oh, shit.
dirty 20.
What instrument
Oh,
is BB
with
playing? Because she does not have a fiddle.
inspiration.
I know we said she did last time, but I was wrong because you have no equipment.
She's just drumming on her belly.
I
I
like.
have 2 fiddles.
Okay, yeah.
I
you
had
do.
2 fiddles
That's
at one
true.
point, so she has the old fiddle.
Okay.
like the guy who does the
Yeah, Bobby McFerrin.
Yeah. She plays the spoons. She plays the
Seabass is-
spoons.
Wait, Seabass also definitely joins in.
Yeah, Seabass joins in playing the spoons. Like, uh-huh.
Dad, you have your own fiddle.
It's like
You don't need to play spoons.
it's like the scene in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. He's like, Go SpongeBob.
Go
Go SpongeBob. Go SpongeBob.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That is a good one.
I got a 23.
Yes. In 2 days, you will be able to fully enchant all of these items, and I will say that you can continue to do other things while you do that process.
Hooray!
Randy
Yay!
exists.
Just an assembly line.
Okay.
The 2 days is like because
Everyone-
you're doing other things.
Okay, does anyone have a plan, please?
Well, we have a list of things we need to get, so we should
Okay,
work on that.
that's good start. We know where Eli Goy is. He's in the sewers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bramwin, how can we like sacrifice BB if it like do we have your like consent to use your simulacrum as like fodder if we need to?
Dunk,
I mean,
she's a
Beeb-
person.
Yeah, BB can make her own decisions.
I mean, she's not like a person.
Just another me.
Yeah, at the moment, Colette is like closely scanning BB, like off to the side while you guys are all talking. She goes, I can tell the difference. Her eyes aren't dead enough.
Yeah, see, like she's not like a person.
What?
I
Okay,
think she's
yeah, but
very
still,
much a person, but
BB can still make her own decisions. And then BB will definitely be like, oh yeah, I'll absolutely do it.
Cool. Just
Okay.
whatever's the most useful, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that says about me as a person, but if she says it's cool, I guess it's cool.
Okay. What do we need for
Um,
this machine? Did you guys got
We need
a list of that, right?
reality weaving power core.
Sure.
that's 10. That's 10.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or it can be TED or something else that's sufficiently super magical. We need netting for net. The,
we need what?
rings, a net. We gotta get the net.
There's no way we
Um,
need a net when it's this small. We just need something
I
that
think it's
keeps it tight, keeps it down.
so like Civ,
Annette who?
Annette Benning. That's a
Who?
person, I think.
It is a person.
What? So then we need the calibration rings, which we have. We have those, and then a controller, possibly for a PS5. Logitech
Okay.
could do.
Logitech. Log E-Tech.
What about Mad Cats?
Could I do Mad Cats is not gonna work. Could I do an Arcana check to figure out what would suffice for a For a magical device to control this contraption.
Well, the reality core and the controller are different, but I'll say that you can spend
Right.
some time and make an Arcana check on the controller. Um,
Pulling something out.
What?
I'm pulling something out.
It's against the wall. It's scraping the wall.
Oh, he's got it. And yeah, you can.
Pulling something out. From the wall, so it's scraping the wall.
You can. Yeah.
It is nice that like every time I walk in, there's just like a wall of waves for me.
Yes.
Been any beef stew lately?
What the hell is that?
We're talking about
You can
controllers.
control the Statue of
Just
Liberty with
figure
the
out
NES
the
Advantage,
the engine for
Oh God. Okay.
like in Ghostbusters 2.
Yes. Go ahead
Yeah.
and study upon the materials that you do have and make an Arcana check.
Can I also double this as a like what could possibly replace Ted?
No, that'll be a separate exercise.
Okay. 22.
Okay. So after you kind of like scan through the documentation about the control mechanism, you understand it to be like something of an interface, and that like by and large, when Eldros designed this, it was designed as just a universal teleporter almost. It was like based off of his designs that he was creating as a teleportation device, and that like without sufficient input, it could theoretically open anywhere, and it does need a wide enough aperture to open to the far realms where you would tend to place Eligoi. Um, the visual looks like a polished kind of brass and obsidian like panel, not unlike what you saw on the Lobe vessel. Like that's what you get like a sense of, but it is slightly different. Um, and it just looks like a tablet that you hold, and it has like some odd like esoteric runic symbols etched into it. And like Seraphal's kind of looking over your shoulder, goes, "It was a masterwork, as I understand it. That we couldn't just use anything. He yelled at me for touching it. Um, but go ahead and make a history check.
14.
Yeah, you're not aware of anything else, but I'll say that like if other folks are helping you, they too can indulge in this history check. No,
Yeah, BB's helping.
Willem can roll with advantage.
What?
Whoa. BB got
I
a
got
dirty
a
20.
I got a natural 17.
Let's see what it does.
9.
Okay, Willem, you're kind of looking over Randy's shoulder. You're hearing him describe it, and you're just like, well, I don't know. That kind of looks like something I just saw at Zoltar's shop, given that you were there a week ago. It feels odd that it would be there. Like you're not 100% confident, but you're like, you certainly have a sense that you've seen something like this. But it's not, you're not like swimming in confidence that what you saw is like, that's it. But you're like, I've got a hunch, and that's the closest hunch I have.
I relay this information and follow it up by saying, "Yeah, good thing I told Zoltar to pack up and leave."
Did BB get anything with the dirty 20?
No more so than you're like Willem is talking and BB's like, yeah, 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 like hyping up the concept that you are kind of thinking that yes, maybe you've seen something like this in Zoltar's shop.
Okay.
Okay. Um. Well, that could
Well,
be good.
I can send Zoltar a message to see where he's at. Hopefully he's not brain souped.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Do that.
Right. Branwen Prime will cast sending. Hey, girl, hey. Been a while. We need your help. Where are you? Are your goods with you? My brain stopped working on words for a second.
That's
You
part of the message.
you receive no
Sorry.
response.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right. Brandon will crack her knuckles and then sit down and start to scry on Zoltar. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got a little smile on his face. Got a cheeky little smile.
You find yourself, as you attune and kind of drown out the sounds around you, a faint dripping and the faint
No.
running of water.
Yeah.
And you find yourself staring down the black abyss of a long cylinder. And on one end, a grate that leads out into the Trowood docks, and another, you can only assume, deeper into the sewers beneath Trowood.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll start running the way that I had been going that one time. Or wait, no, Brandon doesn't know this. She's just gonna try to see what's back there.
Okay, you follow the tube in. Um, and for
Perfectly average sized tube.
go ahead and make a perception check as you make your way through.
That is 8, 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just kind of feels like you're plunging deeper and deeper into this tube without finding anything of note. Everything is just slick with a black ochre that you cannot see through.
I'll keep going until the spell ends.
Yeah, you're unable to
Like 10
find
minutes.
anything of note as you continue through. Everything just looks like an endless black mass.
Use. All right, once it ends, I'm just gonna be like, well, found our job for BB.
What?
Zoltar's Zoltar's gone.
Oh, is he Ellied?
Yeah,
Ah,
he's
bummer.
part of the ooze.
Ooh, you think that means his like? Do you think his like stuff is still in the shop?
That's what we can maybe find out.
Sounds like it's time for pest control.
What?
We roll into town. We say
No,
what we
no,
need. We
no.
burn
I
That's
like this
everything
BB
plan.
and
talking.
we kill as many of them as we can.
Oh, I don't
BB
like this
talking
plan
was
at
like,
all.
no. You do not want to go in there. It's
Why?
bad there. It's
Yeah,
taken
sort of
over the
like it was
entire town.
bad at the Marigold Estate. Are
N-
you forgetting who we are?
the entire town.
It's a bunch of peasants.
Willem, I would like to imagine that if we kill or, defeat Eli Goy, it'll somehow return everything back to normal.
Well,
I'd
then we
rather
can
not kill
sneak in and
people.
not kill people.
I guess we don't know if that's the case, but I'd like to think
If
it is, that the entire town will be killed.
it's, I don't. It's not Trowood anymore.
Why I was saying we should go in there and, do it.
Do it. Do
Okay.
it.
I honestly don't think we can. And that's not just me being a weird little pessimist. It's not.
Oh, I think I can do this. I think this is a me plan.
What?
I have a fun spell that's called etherealness, where I just kind of like go into a different world for a bit and I can run around and stuff.
Oh, that's hag shit.
What?
Not everything is hag shit.
But this is quite literally like what the Dream Weaver what she would do is go ethereal and go into people's
Urethral.
dreams. Yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. And also, I don't know if that was a good plan because I can only move 60 feet.
We should
Oh.
look into that though.
No, I lied. That's how much I can see.
No,
Wait, I
wait,
gotta read this.
real quick, Willem. She was able to like go into people's minds by not being where they are.
Sorry, who's talking right now?
What?
Is Colette?
That's Cena.
That's Cena.
Okay.
Yes.
Bad account.
For the sakes of everything, the gang that you've brought with you, they're helping out, cleaning up the place.
In their own ways.
It's
Sure.
just the core group, unless I say otherwise.
Sure. Maybe I'm not understanding, but why would that help?
Well, it gives us a way in without them being able to touch us. I mean, the reality of the
Yes,
situation
but
is
that
that,
also means that we can't touch anything, right?
but maybe we can exit. I don't know. But the reality of the situation is they're not wrong. We need to find out what's there. We have to go there eventually to do the thing, right?
Yes.
She speaks the truth. We need to understand the battlefield. And you still don't have a vessel.
Oh, I know where we can
What's
find
the
one of
vessel?
those.
The vessel is the boat, right?
The
It's
gate
very explicitly not a boat.
the engine is
The-
No, it's the
massive.
boat.
You need to be able to lift it somehow and carry it into
Uh,
town.
Dunk is pretty strong.
I mean, yeah, he did move a whole bunch of like pieces of the engine.
In quarters, and it incurred a level of exhaustion through a portal as opposed to across the country.
Okay,
Seraphil,
then
are you able to fly these things? You're old.
I have flown a spelljammer before, yes.
Then just fly it there.
I don't. Where? What are you even like? Where is it? What are you talking about?
oh yeah, I
It's
can take us there. Or
the
maybe
swamp.
any of us could. Back in the Feywild though, don't you just love interplanar travel?
It feels like that's all you all have been doing this entire time that you've
I
known
know.
each other. It's like it's the
I
very
know.
nature of
Yeah.
the core backbone of like the journey you've been on is plain stuff. Very odd.
I mean, it feels normal for us now. Okay. So two getting thing missions. One, get to Zoltar's. Two, go to the boat.
3.
Let
Can we
me
fly ahead?
yeah, let's
3.
so Seraphil, there's just no way that we can like ever go to the plane of Arcadia.
Certainly, there's a possibility. Uh, the world tree is the only way I can think of. The planes that are closest to one another, the three that are currently stacked on top of each other that form the base of reality. Your plane is something of kind of wedged between all three of them. There's the material plane, Fey realm, and the shadow realm. Everything grows up from there. Uh, Cosmology is a difficult thing to understand. You could sail there. It would take you years, possibly. I don't know. I don't know where this ended up in the sea. But
Is this is not like a plane, it's like a place that we can go that's on this plane?
Acadia? No, it is a plane, but you can reach any plane if you sail far enough.
Damn, really? Okay. Well, I also have a spell for that if we wanted to do that.
What's
I
that?
guess that would be an easier way than I can just cast plane shift, I think.
You've played
Just
shit.
go there. Yeah.
All all the spells I never thought would be. It's like never be a problem because you guys were never going to get this far. But I also think it speaks to the fact that you guys are some of the most powerful beings in the known universe.
What?
Yeah,
That can't be right.
it's pretty right.
We're really dumb.
Willem sure is.
Ugh.
It's been right since session 1.
Okay, so
Okay, so maybe I don't do the Zoltar thing.
okay, are we trying to
in
do
that,
all of
though.
these things at the same time?
Probably not a great idea.
Why not? I love it when we all go separate directions.
I just think our likelihood of success is higher if we do things together.
I think the exception to this is Zoltar's. I think only BB should go there if it's that bad.
You're probably right, Willem.
Is
Last time did not
she
go very well.
so if BB goes there, is she not going to get the same reception that any of us would?
Yeah, but if she dies, it doesn't really matter because we can just make another one.
Would we
Okay,
want?
well,
Um,
Would we
Fucked up.
want that though?
Second of all, both Randy and I can revive people.
I would also like to say that if the whole town is Eli Goy, him just know or them just knowing that we're there, getting a thing is going to give them information that we don't want them to have because they
So
can
why
see
don't we
through
get like
all of.
a bunch of things so they don't know what we're getting? I mean, it's a magic item shop.
I assume that they would recognize the controller for the thing that imprisoned them in the first place.
But aren't we making a legally distinct version of that thing before using different materials?
All I'm saying is that maybe we should make this a stealth thing and not just walk into the town.
I mean, sure. We are like, yeah,
and I can stealth.
we would go about this different ways, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean Bramwin, yeah, or BB can turn invisible, and
I can
Oh
be
yeah.
invisible, and I can get out
Okay.
of there.
Well, sick. Yeah.
This is fine.
Sounds good.
And okay, so let's do a little asterisk contingency plan. What if that doesn't work because she is caught or dies or can't find what we're looking for?
Then I'll just have to be successful.
Okay,
Willem,
but what if you aren't?
Yeah, that
Sometimes
tracks
things
for
will
me.
go right. Very depressing.
Willem, do you have a tooth that you can give her that she can like bite down on and kill herself if she gets captured?
I don't do that.
I just
I'll,
figured that you deal with teeth, so maybe you had that kind of a tooth
yeah,
as well.
no Nazi cyanide teeth.
Okay. Well, that's a bummer. Really thought you'd have one.
I mean, he can take it. I can just take one of his teeth, and then y'all can check on me that way.
Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I really want to burn the town to the ground and kill all of those people.
If that's the case,
Willem,
why didn't we
that is
just
exactly what we're trying to avoid.
let Valyrian do that? We're gonna go back on that.
Well, if Valyrian does it, we're included in everybody. And also, he said he would burn the entire countryside. This is just one town. It's a little different.
Who are you? What do you mean? What?
They're not those people anymore. They're completely infected.
We have no idea if it's reversible or not. We have no idea.
Correct. We
It's
have
worth
no
looking
idea.
into instead of saying, I guess they're fucked, let's kill them.
Okay, but also, if we spare them and jeopardize this entire mission because we don't want to go there and save them or, mess with them on the chance that they could be saved, that's not great.
Then we should have just let. If we're gonna say that, then we should have just let Valyrian do it. It'll be easier. Call him up. We most certainly will not call him up. It would be easier if we're gonna go the Willem genocide way. We might as well make it a dragon's
Okay, since
fire.
when is killing
This
like
is not
3
ethnic
dozen
cleansing.
people genocide?
It's
It's
just
not
killing a whole
3 dozen
town.
people.
It's a lot of people. The city is huge.
This is why the stealth mission should work.
And if it
Okay,
doesn't, you're going to individually kill everyone in that town? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not
okay.
saying
So
that.
you know what? How about we'll call it where it
It's
is.
honestly quite
BB
admirable
goes
to
on
see that
stealth mission.
somebody has the goal to do what's right, and that I'm the one telling you to rein it in at the moment. But I appreciate your
Oh.
suggestion, Willem.
All right, so one
Does
box
he
checked.
remind you of a younger you?
Oh, please don't say yes.
Sorry, out
have
of line. What were you saying, Bramlin?
I have found quite a bit of similarities with the young lad. I believe that's why I respect him so
Okay.
much.
You respect him?
Willem looks at Seraphel with a face that says, "God, I could kiss you."
She looks at you with a face
Immediately
that says,
regrets it.
"God, I could kill you."
Oh.
Aw.
It's love.
Okay. One thing checked off, BB goes to Zoltar's. Great. Next thing.
Uh, we gotta get Ted.
Ted
All
and the
right.
vessel, or a Ted substitute. But given that we don't know what that would be, I think Ted is the better choice.
Can I Arcana a Ted substitute?
You can attempt to divine what would be a suitable replacement, given that you are intimate with Ted and have a good understanding of.
You fuck Ted.
I meant like
Yeah, you
his.
didn't?
I
What?
meant like his inner workings, or that's worse. I meant like.
That's actually why Randy banished him, is because he couldn't have like the morning after conversation.
Just go ahead and make an Arcana check.
The asexual fucks a robot and doesn't know how to feel. I rolled a 23.
You would have intimate knowledge of the fact that Ted's power core is obscenely powerful and allows him free and original thought, whereas the other automatons that
Barely.
you had, the other automatons that you had met had very localized and like directed thoughts and couldn't think. They didn't have a generative AI function that enabled them to think bigger and get a lot of investors excited for no reason. Um, however, that's a marketing joke. Um, however,
Just like Emily in Paris.
what you are able to divine is if there's anything that's been sufficiently indicated to you as being an immensely powerful magical item with an enormous power associated with it, it would be the rhyme bound stone.
Oh,
We've got one of those.
You don't
I mean,
actually.
we don't, but
Oh
we know
yeah.
where we can find it, presumably.
So what's the whole deal with the Rhinebound Stone with you guys?
Who is the you guys you're talking to right now?
You and Dunk.
Oh,
Oh.
well, we stole it, and then we gave it to Draken Voss, and then he snapped his fingers and sent it somewhere.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's
Clarissa, do you have any idea where Dragon Voss sends things when he snaps his fingers?
Yeah, into orbs.
Okay, besides orbs, like objects. Not that you were not an object, I assume. He might have treated you like one, but you're not.
I was not, and I still am not.
I know.
But no, I wouldn't know. I mean, I'm sure I
I
could
mean,
spend
you're
more
the
time in the
object of
tower.
Dunk's affection.
I'm sure I could spend more time in the tower to understand that.
Yeah, with Dunk, right?
I would love that.
Probably.
Okay.
remember when I said that we shouldn't split up again? Just want to put that out there again.
What did you say?
Yeah, no.
We shouldn't split up.
Oh, but like you need me. So I feel like it's fine if
Sure.
I go off and get the things that you need in order to do this right. But you wouldn't let me go alone, right?
I don't think anybody should go anywhere alone. You're being
Right.
weird about this.
No. So I'm saying. So it's not really splitting up as much as we have priorities, and Dunk will come with me, and the rest of you guys will go off and do your tiptoeing through Trowood mission or finding a boat or something. I'll be honest, I haven't been listening super intently. Sorry.
Okay, let's move
So
on for now. Let's move on for now. We got two okay.
that's an option, but yeah.
Yes.
Let's.
All right. So loose plans so far. Phoebe to Zoltar, possibly Clarissa and Dunk to find the Rhinebound Stone in the tower. Okay, that brings us to the vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Seraphil
Yes.
needs to go for that for sure. Willem knows exactly where it is.
Yep.
I really hate to say it, but this does make sense to split up for.
I mean, does Willem have to go with Seraphil? Can you just give her like good directions?
Oh no.
I I cannot wear a Spelljammer's helm anymore. I cannot remove my helmet.
Is it because of the Eli Goy situation? Because I can make you something else, so you don't have to wear it.
I would not risk it for even a heartbeat. I have dealt with his presence for thousands of years. It is not the same.
I can make you like a necklace or
I
some
told you I
earrings.
will not risk it.
I'm pretty
Worth
good
of
at
it.
it.
Is there any other way to control the Spelljammer besides through a helmet?
No, to fly a Spelljammer, you must wear the Spelljammer's helm. Do you know if it had one there?
No idea.
There was that weird
Wait,
helmet thing that
I feel like
Clarissa
there
was wearing
was.
around though.
I feel like there was a skeleton with a helmet on, right?
Brentwood and Doug can make history checks.
Well,
I'm really bad at these. 14.
You feel pretty confident that yes, you saw a person, one of the skeletons wearing an odd helmet that was not contingent with today's society. And Bramwin, you do kind of feel like you saw Clarissa like running around Draken's tower with a helmet, and that did end up in the bag of holding.
yeah, wait.
Ba-da-da-da.
Indeed, you have a very peculiar, rusted, dusty helmet with long, kind of like almost like a tether
Noodles.
sticking out the back of it. Uh, and Seraphil just goes, "Yes, a spell jamming helm. One wears it, connects it to the vessel, and attunes to it. You are then able to pilot it through thought. You must be strong of mind in order to do this.
Ooh,
Uh,
not me.
Perhaps Willem should go.
He's strong of mind.
He's strong of body and spirit, that's for sure.
And of
He
will. And of will.
will and of will.
It's in his name.
I guess we could talk about. I guess his mind could be part of the conversation. Why not?
Hmm.
Oh shit, he's
Okay.
back.
He's back. Everyone stop talking about him.
Wait, so I should stop talking about how handsome he is?
No,
Yes.
don't
Yeah,
stop
no one
talking
say a
about that.
word. He doesn't even know. Okay.
Willem, how do you feel about maybe flying a boat?
Sure. I don't know how, but
Well,
I'm always down.
you were sitting here, but you were tuning out personally. Like Willem was tuning out while you personally had walked away.
Sure.
That Dunk produced the Spelljammer's helmet that you retrieved from Draken Boss's tower. And Seraphil indicated that one wears the helmet, connects to the ship, attunes to the helmet, and then flies it through thought.
Okay.
Damn. I'll be
I'm
your
gonna
captain.
put it on your head.
It's a really bad
Okay.
fit,
So
and it's really dusty inside. Um, but you do pick up something of a weird resonance placing it on your head.
how does it look?
Oh, it's awful.
How
Probably
dumb is it?
Not something that you
very
would
silly.
wear. Like, it honestly, it's actually like really distracting, and like anytime you move around, like the tether on the back like whips against your back, and it feels really weird.
You should leave that on forever. Well, it looks really good on you. Okay.
Willem just looks at you and nods, like, mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got 3 things, yeah?
Yup.
And then I guess Branwyn and Cena, you want to come with me to the Arcadia realm?
If we're definitely going to do that, I suppose. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
And you're
Should
going there
we?
to get Ted?
We're gonna try. I mean, Dunk's kind of the backup plan on that one, because like I don't know if we're gonna find. It's the entire realm of fucking Arcadia. I don't know what that place is like.
But once
I'll
you're
try
there,
my
you can
best.
just, like, scry to find him, right?
Yeah, but again, it's the entire realm. I don't know if I'll be able to like figure it out. Well, hopefully I will. I have a pretty good track record. But...
Arcadia is a very small planet. It was, at
Oh, cool.
best, a small population of mostly livestock and grazing. Zephyron would go there to get away from it all, as I understand. He was something of a
It's a
fuddy-duddy like
vacation
that.
planet.
More or less. A garden that he would go to rest at.
Oh,
Oh, and we can take Zephyron's corpse, which has been on the material plane this whole time, right? Because 10 days have passed.
Yes.
Cool.
yes. Okay. Then maybe it makes more sense for us to just go with you and help you, because it sounds like we've
Oh,
got way
well,
more of a starting point than.
but
Yeah, man, sounds good.
but if we really like need the Rhine-bound stone, or you're saying we don't need it?
Not if we have Ted.
Oh, Clarissa, don't worry. Once Sarafel and I finish with the vessel, we can help you look at Draken's Tower.
Oh, I'm just fine without that, thanks. I'll stay with Dunk. I just thought you guys needed my help, but I understand.
No, you'll help us find Ted.
You're right. I don't know. They were being weird, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, I
Wait,
think
what?
you were being a little weird, to be frank. Very,
Frank?
like,
Kind of
evasive.
weirdly attacked. That's okay. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend again. No, we did. Yeah, let's just move on.
yeah, no big deal.
I insight check whatever the heck that was.
Sure.
That is a 21.
Uh, you just get the sense that she's constantly playing a role. Like she's always putting on a face in any given situation. You're not really sure how to discern what's real and what's not because you don't really know the real her.
Okay, okay.
Ominous.
What'd you say?
Ominous.
Okay, so some people are going to Arcadia. Some people are going into one person is going into Trowood. The rest of you are going to find the vessel in Misthold. Okay, those are certainly plans.
Are there any of them that we want to just all go together for, or do we really want to split us all up?
I mean, I think the only person that's really splitting off is Willem and Sarafel. Aren't the rest of us going with y'all
And
to the?
BB, because I will reiterate, BB is in fact a person.
Yeah, and if I
Okay.
survive, I can just go meet up with them somehow. I'll figure it out. Or I'll just hang out here. Learn how to like blow glass.
Yeah, it'll
You're
figure it out.
like way more of a go-getter than Bradwin. That's weird.
Yeah, it's because I know that I. Oh, this is getting weird.
Simulacrum comes to terms with their own morality and mortality.
Well, it's almost like I can like kind of fuck it, we ball.
Kind of like when
And
you
it'll be
know
fun.
that death is upon you, you can kind of just do whatever you want.
But
Yeah,
Branwen's
exactly.
known that forever, and she still doesn't do what she wants. Seraphel
that's
says
'cause
Yeah,
she-
because she's a real person.
Well, that's because she can keep living after everything is,
Just
falling to
look at
shit.
Dunk
I
and put a
can't.
hand
I can
on his
just get
shoulder and I'm
out.
like, Dunk, buddy, easy.
Just
He's right though.
she
Just
was made
because
by a
she's
spell,
made out of
He was
rotisserie
made by a
chicken,
spell.
and like
so was I. Just because she's made of rotisserie chicken leavings and mud from a river doesn't mean she's not a person.
I am a person.
Okay, I'm
You
sorry.
just die.
And it's okay.
Like most
Yeah.
people. Okay. I feel like we're leaving off at a weird place.
What? No, this is fine.
I think we're great.
I also think that we should establish a little bit of protocol. Now that we have way more people here, some of whom are infected, some of whom are not, I think everybody needs to make a list. And I think, we definitely need separate sleeping arrangements. And perhaps we put the new folks in quarantine for a little while just to make sure nothing weird is going on there.
I think they've already done that.
Oh, and put Dinky in charge of feeding the hippogriffs. Or the
And Randy
griffins.
Jr.
Yeah, and Randy Jr. Well, he's already been in charge of Randy Jr.
At some point, Branwyn is going to go through all of Elray's notes, but that can be something that you just send me.
Well, let's be real here. We have all just embarked on very different paths. Um, so
Is this what you expected to happen this session?
I thought you were going to do the things that you said, not talk about the things that you said for most of the time. So I'll say this is a conversation that's happening over a couple of days because Randy still needs to enchant the items. So Bramman, I'll say like during that time, like you guys are having these conversations, you're actively debating the various paths that you could take. Branwen, they are go. Actually, this gives me a very good idea. Let's take a short break so we can meta talk.
Meta talk. why it's taken us so long to figure out what we're fucking doing.
I mean,
And-
we just spent almost 2 hours talking about what we were going to do.
Even though you talked
And it
about it
flew
in
by,
Discord.
honestly.
And we're back. So you spend a couple days going back and forth. You realize that at this particular juncture, perhaps splitting the party
Maybe
is
we spend like one day going back and forth because we're on a time limit here.
yes, exactly. Well, it is a couple of days because you have a year on the material plane. Branwen, I will say that you do some studying of Elray's notes, and I'll send you them in detail. But effectively, what he's done is document the stages of the affliction. He's named them all. He names stage 1, the whisper, stage 2, the call, stage 3, the hunger, and stage 4, the beckoned. Um, in each of those stages, so like the whisper is like when you just start to notice, and he kind of documents some of his dreams. He documents some of the recurring pieces that he hears. Um, then in the call, he says that he starts to the phrase changes and it turns into that kind of like piece by piece. You slip into me. He starts to forget things. You see that he also started his own list. Um, and he also begins researching at this point. He begins drafting early iterations of a spell that he believes will protect his thoughts from further intrusion. Um, he also writes in the margins a small note to himself uh, that it's not actually to himself, sorry, it's to you. He wants you to take note of something below Trowood that he does not wish to think about for fear of sharing it with them. And he capitalizes T, them. So as you're reading, you're like, not the sewers? Question mark. Like it's something that he was trying to hide from Goy. Um, the hunger dreams become pretty unbearable. And he was waking up every morning with gaps in his memory. He was very tired. He takes note of Eliana and Puck kind of walking around in like a fugue-like state, and also starts to hear of some of similar things happening in town. And he again writes a note in the margin below question mark, and then underneath it, safe question mark. After the hunger, he finalizes what he terms as the mind blank spell. And he writes that he attempted it on himself with partial success, which provided clarity of thought but failed to prevent the nightmares entirely. He makes note that he believes at this point he was likely too far gone for this to be of value. Um, And then finally, in the beckoning, he notes that every day he feels a consistent call, and at times lost full days of his life from his memory, where he does not remember his waking hours. Um, he also notes that when he returns to consciousness after some of these lapses, that several townsfolk had vanished without a trace, um, and that there were people in town describing feeling an odd pressure in their minds. Um, and then at the back of the book, you find 10 folded up pieces of paper, each of which are spells of mind blank. Um, and they're sealed with a little note that says, for her.
Okay.
Make her cry.
No, I'm keeping it in today. All right. So we've got basically 10 uses of no El guy.
Mind blank
No,
is a.
El guy.
Not today, El
No
guy.
swiping.
Mind
Get out of
blank.
here, El guy.
Mind blank is an actual spell, and grants you resistance to psychic damage.
It's when you point at El guy and you say, "You get out of here."
Go and get.
that.
All right, so these we're gonna save for time. Got it. Okay. So am I currently in the call phase? What phase are all of us in based on this?
Most of you are in the call. You were in the beckoning, homegirl. Um,
Oh shit!
you were
Oh
becoming, yeah.
no!
I mean, you were being
Eee.
beckoned.
Yikes!
Um, oh, does Azaleus answer my prayers?
Oh, are you going to commune with Azaleus?
I do so every night because I told him I told him I'd call him back.
Okay.
What do you
Hooray.
tell Azaleas on the nights where they don't respond to you? Do you just keep talking to them anyway?
Are
No.
you there, Azelius? It's me, Randy.
Do you hear me, Special Agent?
Randy.
Oh,
On
awkward.
one particular night, as you reach out through the commune spell, the air around you crackles and warps. And just as you kind of experienced before, it's a bit like a bad trip where everything around you seems too sharp. The shadows start to kind of stretch at these very odd angles. And the weight of everything around you becomes unsteady. There's a crackle in the air. This feels noticeably different than your first handful of conversations. They seem closer. The world around you doesn't actually change, but it feels as though it could at any moment. And the voice of Azaleus reaches you, not from above or around you or within, but from somehow everywhere and nowhere, all at once. It's you cannot place it. And your mind skims across the fractured face of the chained god. One side, the grim mask of anger and horror, and another a hollow visage of laughing porcelain. Ah, Randy's whisper in the weave. Tell me, little seeker, what did you expect to learn today in the conversation with chaos? Though I do love surprises, so perhaps you lead me to your findings. What say you?
To be honest, I was just kind of I don't know. I said I'd call you back, so here I am. Kind of here, just asking you for perhaps to give some more thought to perhaps a partnership between you and I to perhaps destroy Eli Goy, your great enemy of time and space.
Ah, Goy. Yes, the true enemy of chaos is nothing at all. For how can chaos exist in the void? Nothing but silence, nothing but whispers, not even a whisper, not even a whisper. You would seek my help, but what help do you actually want? What is it you expect from the chained god? Locked away by those who could not imprison Goy, who could not do more than imprison Goy. What do you want from me? And what do I get for my help?
Well, we are working on hopefully imprisoning Goy again. However, wouldn't it be better if we just like destroyed them? Is
You
that possible?
you cannot destroy that which does not exist. Goy is the essence of the void, the essence of nothing. Even in the darkest corners of your mind, where shadow sinks away, there is still nothing. In nothing Goy flourishes, and they seek to take everything. As long as there is something, nothing will exist. You cannot defeat that which does not exist. It is a paradox that as long as I live, They live. Chaos and nothing, eternally bound together, eternally bound to fight. It would be my dream for Goy to go away forever, but dreams are not reality.
Okay. What if? Now, this might be a kind of big thing I'm asking, which is why I'm asking it. I'm not really expecting anything from you. I'm just like asking for a general reaction, like a general response to this, right? If you and Eligoi are connected and chaos can't exist without the void, and the void can't exist without chaos, um, would it be the worst thing ever to have both of you gone forever? And then, if you wanted some chaos to be around, I could totally do that for you.
You wish to become a god? Chaos is not born, it exists. But think of the question he asks. True, chaos incarnate. But could young Randy create the chaos that we sow and reap it without us? I find it hard to believe, without the two of us, the founding gods. We are not the founding gods. We are simply born of what existed. Could what we, could what, could it continue to exist without us? These are questions that tickle my fancy. But we are without an answer. You intrigue us. Always have. Instead.
And then they left.
I said I was still here. I was listening.
Oh. Yeah. Because wouldn't the most chaotic thing to do is give immortal control of chaos?
Most
I don't really
peculiar.
want to be a god. I just want to,
And you should
stir
not
the
wish to
pot.
be. Divinity is not a gift. It is a shackle. A god is bound to what they represent. You want to undo a god. Unravel the thread that they are tied to. To be rid of us would be to be rid of chaos. To be rid of Goy, to be rid of nothing. How can a world exist without these things? You strike at a god's concept, not their form. Strip away belief, sever their purpose, make the world forget their function, and we collapse into nothing. That is why Goy and I persist. We are everything and nothing all the same. As they exist, so too do we.
Um, so, I guess my deal is that I could help facilitate this. Being that I'm not the one in chains, I could help you both kill yourselves, so I could perhaps bring a new era into the world. And I feel like the best way to sow chaos is to not have any gods.
Is this hubris? Or is it idiocy? It is hard to tell
It,
the difference from time to time. But you raise an
it's for
interesting
sure both.
point. A world without divinity is a world without order. You seem to prefer the knife to an eraser. But how do you undo it all? They must find the divine equation to invert. But these are all well hidden. Locked behind rituals even the gods have forgotten in their vanity. I did not think I would be my own undoing. But perhaps we have set a path we cannot return from. Good luck in your quest for godhood, Randy. You are perhaps the least deserving and the most wanting. But perhaps that is exactly what we would want. You've given us much to consider.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. I will. I'm just gonna keep kind of communing every night until you pick up. You guys think about it though. Like, don't feel like you have to. Don't feel pressured to talk. Um,
You want knowledge more than anything. The kind that untethers, that unwinds, that unspools everything we dream of. The kind that makes even those older gods nervous. It's delicious. Goodbye, Randy.
uh, See ya. You're cool, by the way. You're cooler than Adara. I like you.
The world around you returns to normal.
I wrote down a good amount of that.
As you all awake the next day, Cena looks at you all. So the ship?
We're going to
The vessel.
The vessel.
The vessel. Right. Okay.
Gang's all here.
The gang
Gang's
is
all
all here.
here. Brains all accounted for.
Mostly.
I mean, as much as it can be.
I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
no.
Oh, I was just gonna say I want to try something, and I'm not sure it's gonna work. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work. But I also don't know if it. We would know if it worked. Do I have consent to cast magic on one of you?
Yeah, for sure. Dude, me.
Yeah.
Do me.
Okay. I will walk up to Randy and touch him and use cleansing touch to try to remove one spell effect from Randy, the spell being the madness of Eli Goy.
It does not work.
Okay. Thought so.
Still feeling pretty mad.
Yep.
Or
Well, guess my touch ain't that cleansing.
It's all right,
Not a
man.
single.
No one's touches rarely are.
You all are
Yeah,
kind of
usually desecrating.
chatting over breakfast, and Clarissa comes up to you, Dunk, and kind of, can we talk real quick?
yeah, it's like and get
Yeah.
up and walk over to the side.
So obviously, I'm super down for this whole field trip. I feel like
Cool.
I know like we're going to Misthold and everything, and that's like pretty close to my tower. So I feel like I might just head back there and keep cleaning up. Um. Uh. Well, actually, no, I'll come around. I'll come along. I guess I'm feeling like I know exactly who I want to be, right? And what I want, who I want to be. I know that, and I've known that for a long time, and everyone was afraid of it then. And I'm just kind of getting the sense that everyone's afraid of it now. So I'm like becoming this like my own like self-fulfilled prophecy or something. And I just really don't like it. The cameras broke
Well,
because Brett left it. Yeah, I was talking to myself.
yeah. um, uh, you know, you've you've been away from having to interact socially for a very long time. Um, and if any time is a good time to like figure out how to do that, uh, now is probably the best because Uh, t- you know, we've all got like
But
super important things to worry about, and then
why do I
you'll
have to
be at.
conform to like the way that they think that I should be? Like I know, like I get it. I get what you're saying because like I know that I'm like the worst. So I always act like I'm the best. Like I have to put that front up, or they just they just see me for like what I'm afraid that I am.
What do you mean that you're the worst?
I
Tell me
don't
about
know.
that.
It's just like that's how everyone hacks around me. Like from a certain extent, it's like it becomes really hard to not believe it. Like you live the lie long enough, it just becomes the truth. And my parents didn't want me. Like they stuck little old me, cute as a button, out on the streets. And there was a part of me that felt like I was never going to get out of there. And like, I was there because Draken didn't want me, because he saw me as the worst. He was afraid of me. Who's afraid of little old me, right? Like, just. And then I get out and I meet you. And you're the first person to show me any kind of grace, any kind of kindness. And I would just kind of hope that, like, your friends would learn something from you. Like, you you approach the world and the people around you with such a kind, like you're so patient with them, so patient with them, and you have no you they do not give you the same respect. I'm sure you see it, and so it's just like I can feel them doing the same thing to me, and I don't know how to handle it sometimes. Like if I fail at all this, like I'm just gonna fall apart, right? And I don't feel like I have their support, and it's just maybe it's all a test. I don't know. I don't know.
Um, so I don't think. I think you're putting a lot of pressure on the way that people see you, which is like you also like don't give a shit, and I think that's cool. Um, so like
I guess that's the same. I could say the same thing about you. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why we work so well together. 'Cause it's like clear that you don't care about how they think about you.
yeah, I mean no, I don't. But I do. I but I care because I don't know. I
Like, don't you see what I'm saying?
I
That's what
don't.
I mean. Like, you
Yeah.
do care a little bit, but why should you? You are you, and you're everything I want you to be, and you're everything that you are. And what's not to love about that? And so, like, when I see them reacting the way they do to like your ideas and whatnot, it makes me mad. And I see them doing the same thing to me. So I don't know. I'm just watching out for both of us, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well,
And now there's two
to be
Brandons,
fair,
so like we have to be up against two of them. Like,
oh well, the other brand one doesn't really matter. Um,
I know we say that, but like, that's it. She kind of looks around. That's a really big deal what she did. Do you know like where she figured out how to do that?
uh, I don't know, probably just a scroll of Drakens or something.
Yeah, it, that wasn't something that he was really akin to writing down.
Yeah, I mean her fiddle also does some really weird shit. So
I
I have no idea where she picked that up.
I can trust you, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Can you keep a secret?
absolutely.
And she's going to like put her hands into her robe and like slowly pull out the rime-bound stone. Just like clutched in her hands. I We can have it for safekeeping, but it sounds like we've got a good lead on this Ted thing, whatever that means. And I just like this is insane what you guys have picked up. So I'm just trying to keep it close for now. But I didn't want you to feel like I was keeping a secret from you. But maybe we could just keep it as our secret.
Okay, to be fair, you kind of how long have you had it?
I picked it up when we were there the other day.
Oh.
Like what I guess, in our words, yesterday, but a couple days ago. Look, when we went to go clean up, I
Um.
found it. Are you mad at me?
uh, So
I didn't think it was a big deal until we just started talking about it, and I didn't want to just like I was going to show you when we went back to go and look for it, but like I didn't. Like, I don't want them to know. I feel like they would immediately like attack me over the concept that I had it at all. Like, come on, you get what I'm saying?
give it to me. I'll tell them I found it.
Well, maybe it could just be our secret for now. I'm just saying, like, the Rhinebound Stone's kind of legendary. Like, I heard about this when I was living on the streets in the Winter Court. Like, there's something here, and it's like if we end up like fixing everything and saving the whole wide world, and we don't end up using this, they're dunk. The things that we can do with this is it's crazy.
Oh God, it would be so much fun, and I would love nothing more.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
just the thought of like we only have such a short amount of time, and the
It's a
thought of like
it's
spending time and possibly losing somebody because we don't know what we're gonna find out there.
oh, okay, like let's say, okay, I'll make a deal. We love deals, right? I'll make a deal because you see how fun this can be and what it means for us. And I mean that, what it means for us. It's not just for me. And like, when was the last time like we did something for Dunk in this group, right? Right?
Yeah.
So we hang on to it, just you and I. And what we'll plan to do is we get to Ak Wacadia, Wachovia. We get to Wachovia, and we find man with power core, and if like things are going haywire, I just go, "Hey, got it, found this thing," and surprise, um, it weirdly Draken put it here in this extra dimensional space, and we skedaddle out of there. It's our get out of jail free card. I think the key is to not overthink it, babe. I feel like you're
I'm
reacting how Branwen would react, and I don't like that.
um
Like you see it in your
Clarissa.
hesitation.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Branwen's my friend. I look. We have to, and look. I'll take the heat. They're not gonna know it was you, but I have to tell them about this.
Oh, but you see, I'd really prefer that we didn't.
I
And I
know.
appreciate you taking the heat, but the fact that there's any heat at all is kind of messed up. Like, think about what you're saying. That you have to take the heat? How about just Clarissa did a great thing and found this thing for us, but we can do that after maybe the Acadia thing fails.
Maybe we'll go to Acadia anyway. Uh,
Well, all the more like, that's what I'm saying. Like all the more reason to just keep this our little secret, because as soon like here's the thing. Let's say we go to Arcadia anyway, and or we destroy the Rhinebound Stone, finding out that it's not even going to work, and we have to go to Arcadia anyway. Oh, Arcadia, it's not Wachovia. Okay, we go there anyway. So we just wasted something super awesome and cool that you have like you even like your friends don't understand what a big deal this is. Like you get it, you're not going to be able to explain that to them because they're not listening to you. They just see you for like the muscles.
um, Clarissa, I love you. You're great. Um, I
Oh,
really,
we're saying that.
yeah.
I love you too.
But
You wouldn't want to
I,
spoil the first time we say I love you to each other. Let's okay. I'll make you a deal. Let's get through today and see where we land. But we don't have to go spoiling any secrets right now, right? We just had something really nice happen.
this is really nice. Um, I'm sorry. No, I have to tell them.
Then I guess I misinterpreted what we had.
If don't make me choose.
Did I? I'm not making you choose. I'm asking a question. I'm like asking for a favor. That's all. Is it so hard to do that? Like just a little shh
When it's
between friends?
when it's the fate of the universe, yeah. I'm sorry.
We have a solution. You're acting like this is the only thing that we have.
Yeah, and I think we need to clue everybody in on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one. I think you have really cool ideas a lot of the time, most of the time.
Okay.
This one, I'm just gonna have to disagree with you on.
No, it's fine. And she shoves it in your hands. Tell them all about it.
I will.
When Brandon asks who found it, you can tell her it was me because she won't believe you because she thinks the worst of me.
Okay.
She will return over to the group. And she's just going to like stare at you as you approach.
So uh, great scramble, Randy.
Thanks, man. You ready to roll out?
Is he here?
Uh, is Randy
I
here?
assumed we were all together.
No, I mean like, are you here? I didn't think you're off camera, right?
No, he's here.
No,
He's
I've
been
been
here the
here.
whole time.
Oh, why? Why did
I've been reactive.
Yeah.
I don't have your camera on my feed?
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know why.
I think
Here,
it
I
hold
it
on.
think you
lit
you
for a
missed.
second.
You might have potentially missed a crazy reaction.
I definitely did that. I don't have your
Oh,
camera
that's
on the feed. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Does
no,
it
we
work
were all going
now?
bonkers during that.
I saw you guys, like Willem and Bramlin, but for whatever reason, your camera cut over to.
Oh, I was going like that.
Oh, I'll be very.
He's
I
not
was
in the same
flailing this
spot as
fish
you.
around. Look at my fish.
I wonder
That's
why
a good fish.
that is a good fish.
My brother made it.
Oh,
It's nice.
It looks like a
Name is
little
Fishy.
Does it fear you?
crocodile that they
It's a
sell.
walleye.
Sure.
Um. All right. Yeah, you guys
Cute.
are at the banks of.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So, um, before we go, uh, when we were at Draken's tower, um, the other day, for us, I don't know when it was for y'all. Um, we you know, grabbed a bunch of cool random shit, right? And this was one of them. And I'm gonna pull out the stone.
Oh shit. That's awesome, Dunk. That's really great. That's really helpful. Now we
What
don't
is
have to go to
So
Arcadia.
why didn't you mention it before?
um, just grabbing random shit. Threw it in my bag. Man, I didn't really realize what it was.
Forgot you picked up the rhyme-bound stone, the thing that you and I spent days trying to steal.
What are you implying?
Yeah.
That just seems
You don't trust your
unlikely.
own friend?
Clarissa, I'm having a conversation with Dunk, and you constantly are doing this thing where you like
Oh, I'm sorry. Is
interject
this
and
not
you
a group
answer something.
conversation? We're all standing
Oh,
here and Dunk's
it's
revealing
just
some big information? Oh, I'm sorry. I ruined everything again. It's fine. It's cool. Oh, sorry. Let me just shut up,
You
Clarissa.
didn't.
you
You
do this
didn't ruin
thing where you
anything.
interject and then you make assumptions about what other people are feeling or saying, and you oftentimes assume the absolute worst, and you do it in a way that sort of like twists things around to make other people look bad, and I'm just gonna say that's not okay.
Do you hear this?
Dunk found the rhyme.
Yep.
This is great.
We still need to go get a boat.
Yeah, we need to vote. And in case this doesn't work, it could still be a good idea, and I think it would be really fucking cool to go see Arcadia and try to find Ted.
So fun.
Damn, I wish I could read minds.
So we're all
Why?
fine.
Why are you asking that, Randy?
Because I'd love to channel divinity on Clarissa and read her mind.
You should attempt to.
I will, I will, I will, I will, I will.
It's not a. It's just a thing that you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They make a wisdom saving throw, and it's just whether or not I can like hear their surface thoughts or innermost thoughts.
What's the DC?
17.
Oh, okay. You only get surface level thoughts, but you kind of
Oh,
like
sorry. 18. Does that change it?
it does not. Um,
Yeah. Maybe.
you're staring at Clarissa, and you're like trying to focus, like you like a pull onto your divinity that you've previously used in honor of Adara. And as you kind of sit there and you stare at Clarissa and you feel the same emptiness that you've been feeling, you feel this weird like shake in your mind. Um, and all of a sudden, like your vision, like you see like it flashes between like overexposed and underexposed, overexposed and underexposed, and like suddenly it centralizes right on her head, and you can start to hear fleeting whispers of her passing thoughts. Um, and you get a lot. Um, she is basically like making passive observations of each person in the circle to attempt to clock their reaction to things, and does assume the worst of each of the individuals looking at her. And for a brief moment, there's also like a really sad thought of maybe I am as bad as everyone thinks I am. Uh, and but then like she looks back over at Dunk, and it's a fleeting like I really wish she hadn't done that. I thought we had something closer than um, thought we had something closer than what just occurred, like that he would trust me enough to just continue with that, and then flashes of anger at him, um, and then flashes of just like general anger. Why isn't this working? And you kind of tune out.
What did you think about me?
She does.
Yeah, what do you think about all of us, Chris?
Okay,
We
so
know what she thinks about you.
going going around the circle, she really, to be perfectly honest, does not acknowledge you, Randy. Like she sees you as a complete like disassociated from what's occurring and not really relevant in the situation. um she has scathing thoughts about Willem as he talks about her, like as she's yelling at him, she's just like she's just thinking of like, oh, big hero man, big hero man, big hero man, as he's yelling at her and she's yelling at him.
I'm not yelling. I'm
And
questioning.
as she looks over at Branwen, you can see like the thoughts kind of just flash over to ginger bitch, over and over again.
What about Scene and Serafel? Scene and Serafel, do them, do them.
Seraphil is behind like the conversation and not really a part of it. Um, but Cena, so like when her vision passes over Cena, her anxiety ratchets up, and it's not really a passing like it's more of a sensation of worry toward her versus like any like reaction to like about her. It's worry in her direction.
Okay.
And Branwyn, I will say that you can make a passive perception check or like an active perception check to attempt to like glean some stuff.
15.
Yeah, you're comfortable enough with Cena that you feel her kind of like tighten up, and like her shoulders arch back, and she gets into kind of like you could see the muscles tense in her arms, where she's kind of like getting into a readiness position as Clarissa starts screaming.
I'm just gonna like be like a little calm down, but more of like a don't be completely calm just in case.
Also, you just want to feel her muscles.
Mhm.
Too. She's so strong. She has arm.
She does have arm TM.
Arm.
Randy, are you sharing any of your observations?
No, I'm surprised I can even do this.
Okay.
We look over at Randy and he's just like, whoa.
I'm just like,
Clarissa finally says, "What the hell are you looking at?
everyone at once.
What are we doing? Are we going to the vessel?"
It's a boat, but yeah.
That's
Dunk,
actually not a boat.
this is wonderful. Thank you so much for bringing this.
It's wonderful things. I found it.
Oh well, why did? Oh, cool.
Weird because Dunk just said that he found it.
He found it. I found it. We found
So-
it. We were together in the tower, and we found it.
Does it really matter who found it? I mean, you found it together, I assume, because you were together. But that's
Doesn't matter who found it,
Can
but it
we?
does matter that information was being concealed. I mean, we all should be able to trust each
Information
other.
was
though.
being concealed
Okay.
in it.
Let's get one
Right.
thing straight, Missy. I was the one who decided to let you out of that.
Do not
orb.
call me
Everybody else,
Missy.
everybody else was ready to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
that
Am I one of your
goddamn tower.
problems still? What?
Yes.
Okay, so this is why I lied and said that I found it, because I was afraid that if you found out that she found it, that you was gonna blow up.
What a surprise. Do you
So
understand what? Do you
why
get
don't
it
we?
now? You see it?
This is exactly what I was talking about, where you try to turn people against each other and see the worst in what they're saying. You expect us all to give you grace that you do not give back to us. Trust is a two-way street, Clarissa, and I'm trying to explain to you that I took a gamble on you. We all did by letting you out of that orb. Everybody else was ready to walk away, and I was the only one who insisted on staying and setting you free. When I chose to do that, you became my responsibility.
Gee,
Because I
genuflex
know
when you
what
say that, fella. Do you want me to get down on one knee and kiss your feet while I'm at it?
No, but it's my responsibility to make sure that you do not act in a way according to your nature.
Okay, what is that?
Whoa.
Well, that's a weird thing to say.
She's a hag.
I'm a what?
What?
She's a hag.
Did we know this? I don't remember.
Willem knew it, and I don't remember why.
We all did. We all did.
We all did. Okay,
Oh, we did. Oh,
Yes. Draken Voss told us.
that's right.
That's why.
Yeah, but like,
You want to pull yourself together and try that again?
I'm sorry, am I saying something untrue?
I'm not anything more than what I am, which is Clarissa.
Mm-hmm. And so far, Clarissa, you're acting in a way that is manipulative and selfish, which is pretty goddamn hag-like.
Are you just gonna? We're
Uh,
everyone's cool with him talking to me like that.
no,
No,
Willem,
not
you're
at
being a
all.
little hypocritical. You are also born of hag, and you know this. You've been fighting it your whole life, and you really.
Fighting it my whole
I'm.
life and not leaning into it.
What has she done that's hag-like besides manipulate?
I haven't.
Manipulate and lie.
I
Yeah,
haven't
that's a good thing.
manipulated. Excuse me.
Everyone's
I haven't
capable of
even
manipulating.
manipulated.
Well,
So are you gonna pretend that you don't do what I said and try to twist people's words when they're saying them to the worst possible interpretation?
I'm
to keep
sorry. I
people
don't
against each
understand the
other?
fineries of conversation, Mister super nice armor wearing guy. I've been trapped for 50 years and I don't understand the pleasantries of everyday court and
And yeah,
curtsies and
you were
bows like Miss
you might have
Princess
been
over here.
trapped for 50 years, but you were alive for 100 or so before then. You should know how to act.
And is my way of acting not align with your preferences for what a lady might do?
It has nothing to do with lady. It has everything to do with being a decent person.
Well, I'm sorry that you and I don't see eye to eye on what that should be, but I'm just who I am and who I want to be. And if you don't like that, maybe I'll leave.
That might be a problem.
And we
Okay,
all
well,
know we all
yeah.
know what you do with your problems. You made that quite clear in your threat to me.
Okay.
Let's
This is
take a step
delicious,
back.
by the way, whatever the hell is happening here. I really do. Like, just great group dynamic at the end of all of our lives.
Is that Seraphil?
Yes. You can
Okay.
tell because
Here,
she's haughty.
Willem, let's go outside for a second. Okay.
Yep.
Make an active perception check. All of you.
16. She's just mocking me behind my back, isn't she? Not even behind my
Yeah,
back.
it's not really. It's pretty clear. Like as you two leave, she just goes.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, you see it.
I got the thing I needed for my cocktail.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very sketch-looking package.
Yeah,
Do
I
we,
don't know why
do
it's
we get
like
to
that.
see what it is? Do we get to see what it is?
No.
Is it like
Okay.
equipment or is it an ingredient?
Please tell me you're making the oh wait, here's my guess. Please tell me you're making the Malort cicada drink.
I don't know what that is.
Inside
So
check.
maybe.
I'm just gonna guide Willem along and we're just gonna go for a walk. I'm not saying anything.
That was probably a good idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that both of you were getting really mad at each other when we were like about to leave. Like we were
Mhm.
about to leave to go get that boat.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
okay.
we still need to leave to go get that boat.
Sure.
So I would like us all to get to going to get that boat while using as few spell slots as possible and by losing as little blood as possible.
This is reasonable.
Yeah. You can skip some rocks or something. That might help you.
So I will skip rocks and I'll sit down at the edge of the river and just say, so obviously it's not fine. So what do we do?
Honestly, I have no idea. Um,
Okay, and I am asking this not trying to force you one way or the other, but are you with me on this or like
with you on what? On what?
okay, that's my fault. I should have been more explicit. Um, do you agree that she has been acting in a hag-like manner?
That could mean so many things. Is she
Okay,
kind of has
lying and manipulative and not very nice to you for whatever that's worth.
you thought the same of me to you early, like since we've known each other, and I'm not a
I'm not,
hag.
but with you, it's always been like, oh, Branwyn, you're just like a little lame. I'm not like, oh, Branwyn is a liar and a cheat, and she's trying to like turn people against each other and cause problems and acting in a very selfish manner. I was just like, oh, Branwyn, she's bad at making decisions, and sometimes she doesn't think necessarily before she acts. I was never like,
I'm a
oh,
little peeved. I'm just gonna
Branwyn.
put it out there. I'm a little peeved that you said that all of us were about to walk away and leave her there forever, because that is objectively not true, and I just want to say that.
Okay, I didn't say forever.
You implied it.
I did imply it, and you are correct. That is
Thank
not
you.
true.
Because I was trying to manipulate Draken Voss.
Wish you would have told me. Also, Cena had my back, and so did Laserhawk.
Let's continue throwing rocks.
Yep. Do you want to throw a rock at me a little bit right now?
Most of the time I do. I'm not
Yeah.
going to though.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, yeah. Listen. I I thought this would be an opportunity for someone else to sort of um defy perhaps
Gravity.
their sorry, what was that?
I said gravity
Whisper?
because you said defy.
Oh, defy their, perhaps baser, worse instincts, and but,
It didn't
be
happen overnight. She got out of an orb like a week ago.
yeah, and she's trying to turn the people who rescued her against each other and lying to us about withholding a very powerful magical artifact that, by the way, we needed and still do need.
Yeah, she got out of a magical orb that she was trapped in for 50 years by someone she trusted like a week ago.
Yeah, and she's still acting in a way that I don't think is entirely appropriate.
I think it's entirely appropriate for her
That
situation.
she
It's just
lies and
really
manipulates
unpleasant
us?
to be around.
Why? Like, I don't really get why you're defending her.
That was probably just like her like a couple years ago.
Okay, I haven't known you for that long, but I find that hard to believe.
Oh, you could.
I
I was
mean,
gonna say something that Brandon wouldn't know anymore.
maybe there's, been a drastic change to your personality, but Cena said it the other day, you're one of the, no, not one of the, you're the most selfless person I've ever met. Yeah, you sort of do things for others to your own detriment a lot of the
Okay,
time.
well, okay, this is not. Give the poor girl a little bit of a break. She's traumatized, but she hasn't had the time to work through it yet.
Sure, and I understand that, but also her working through her trauma is not going to jeopardize any of our safeties or the fate
It's
of the
gonna
world.
jeopardize our safety if you keep riling her up like this, dude. That's why
Why do
I
you
avoid talking to her at all costs right now. She hates me.
She does for no good reason. She's just got
Yeah,
this chip on her shoulder. Oh, nobody likes me. Everybody hated me, even though her dad is begging for her forgiveness, and she's mad at you just because you showed up with him one time.
this is not the conversation that needs to happen right now. Let
Okay,
the girl be really mad at everybody. It's just really unpleasant to be around, yes.
okay, and she can do whatever
Okay,
she
that
wants.
doesn't
It's
mean
just,
she's a hag. I mean, she might.
I mean,
I
she
don't know
quite
what Draken
literally
is.
is a hag.
Okay, you're also partially a hag.
Yes, but no.
You're sounding like. Remember Laserhawk when he first met him? That's what you sound like right now.
Okay, but also then I act in very non-hag like ways, and she is acting in very hag like ways. So forgive
Hey,
me
some of
for
the other
assuming the
hags
worst.
were perfectly charming people.
Who, under that veneer of charm, were liars and manipulators.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, just cool it for now. Go like for a swim or something. I don't know.
No, we have a vessel to get to.
Well, you're still angry, and we can't go in there with you still swinging, dude.
Not gonna swing, but also not gonna get less angry if I take a 10-minute
God
swim.
Damn it! Throw some more rocks or something at least.
So I'm Branwyn, I'm good, but if she starts pushing buttons,
I'm
need
just gonna
you to
drag
help
you back
me.
out here.
Well, we're going to find the vessel, so we're gonna have to find a workaround for that. But yes.
Oh, I hope I don't have to use spell slots before we even leave here. All right.
What's a spell slot? You talk about that a lot.
You
Shut up.
have them too. You have divine smite slots. Smite slots.
Nice one.
All right.
Let's go back inside. I'll be on my best behavior.
Thank God. What were they talking about while we were gone?
Clarissa doesn't say anything, but she does look at you, Dunk, and just go,
Is Dunk learning that his girlfriend kind of sucks?
Uh, yeah, I know.
Sorry about Willem, Clarissa. He can kind
oh
of
my
get a little.
god.
Super loud right
acid.
now. Like it sounds like somebody deep fried your voice.
was horrifying.
I want to
100%.
see a clip of that happening where all of us were like, "Ugh,
You are. It's
you're muted. You're muted."
Okay.
Try it now.
That's
Okay,
Yes.
you're
no
fine
longer
now.
deep fried.
It,
Appropriate
it
volume.
does that every once in a while. I think I just have to get a new mic. I've had this since high school. Very sad.
that's a very long-lasting
Aw.
microphone.
Yeah. I'll say. What was I gonna say? Oh, sorry about Willem. He can get a little testy sometimes, and sometimes he's a little bit justified, and sometimes he's a lot of bit justified, and sometimes he's not justified. Um,
And this time is
I think in the middle. But I don't think he deserved. I don't think you deserved all of that. I think that was a lot. So I'd like to. He's not going to apologize, so I'm going to apologize for him right now.
oh, I'll
And
gladly wait
just
for his apology.
okay. You're not going to get that, unfortunately, but
I would hope that he's enough of a gentleman to understand when he's wronged someone to want to offer an apology. Someone who proclaims himself as a man or knight of the people? I don't know. I've read storybooks. They tend to be a lot kinder than that.
no, you'd think
No,
so.
he's
He doesn't. He's got his things, and we love him, but he's got his things.
I'm reading the chat. Sorry.
How are you doing? Are you all right? I look
Me?
at her and Dunk. You guys, are you
uh,
okay? Like, are we? You good to find a boat?
yeah. Let's find the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I am gonna very quickly.
We come back in. Boat.
Yeah. Boat.
Boat
Boat.
vessel.
Um, can I cast message? I must be able to because I've been doing it.
Is that one of your divinity spells?
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
I've just been. I can cast sending for sure, but I don't know if I can cast message.
Message is just
Are
a
you even
cantrip.
casting message?
No, you cast sending.
I cast sending.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Sending is better than message.
Yes.
Message
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
message
Okay.
is just a cantrip though.
Okay. I can't cast sending, so I will. Or I am going to read Doug's mind.
That should be pretty easy.
Boobs.
What? It's wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 18.
And it's a saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am within 10 feet of Willem at
That's
this point.
true. Yeah, he does get a +2.
Oh boy. -1 plus 2. So that's a 9. So you have
I think that mind
free
is fair.
reign. Um,
What are your
so
innermost thoughts, Dunk?
um,
What are your
I'm.
thoughts on each of us?
Oh no. So
No,
I'm.
whatever's running through your mind right now.
Yeah, I'm really sad about how I thought that Clarissa like gets a part of me that nobody else does, but she also doesn't get the fact that like I'm really attached to y'all, and I don't really like the fact that she's making me choose. Um, and I'm worried that like it's going to become a time where I'm going to have to like physically choose, and I really don't like that. Especially if we keep having big blowups like this. Um, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much the crux of it. Um, and also a tremendous, immense amount of guilt because I did swear a blood oath to Willem that I would kill hags with him, and now
Um,
I am in bed with one. So
We've all been there, bud.
And
yeah,
then as soon as he thinks about in bed with when he's like titties.
I'd like to
Canonically,
cast.
by the way,
but canonically, what?
just got knockers.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
nice.
Bramway said it. I was
Did we
like,
roll?
technically
Did
no.
we roll hotness for Clarissa?
Oh, I think she got a
It's
nat 20.
it's
Oh,
gotta be up there.
She was up there
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
It'd be
did.
really
We did
sad if
roll
she
with
was
a nat
busted
20.
and had
Okay.
knockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will cast sending also to Dunk and say, hey bud, do you want to talk outside for a moment?
Um.
Look at all these little chats happening.
Yeah. Um.
She's like, oh boy.
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. Let's. Yeah, it might be a good idea.
And then I guess I have to cast it again. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say,
I'm gonna go piss. Just walk out the
Randy and
door.
I are gonna go piss and hold each other's dicks while we do it.
Randy goes, yeah, I'm gonna go take one last look at the engine before we head off. Um, hey man, that was rough.
Yeah, something like that. So like right before that, I kind of told her I love her for the first time, and then that all happened. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, okay. So that's not. Is that like a normal way that people react when they are told that they love each other?
Uh, don't know. It's not really been a personal experience of mine.
Okay. Um, Me neither. I don't know anything about this. Cena came to me once about this, and I had no idea what to tell her. Um, but you, you like you do you love her?
I don't know. And at this point, the dam's starting to break. I don't know. Um, I kind of thought, but maybe.
You thought? Sorry.
Um, Look, I know. See, I've been kind of outside of kind of everything that's been going on for a little while. I know you and Dunk is, or you and Clarissa are kind of, you got your own. And I know you and Willem are also not on great terms right now, which is a little weird. to see. I want you to know that like you're not like alone because like you don't have either of them. Like you can always, me and Bramman are always, and Cena, we're here, man. Like
I'm gonna give him a big old hug.
I give Dunk a hug. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like you should know that like it's we're on your side no matter what.
I wish I could have both.
I
But,
get it, man.
yeah.
But about gods.
Yeah. I get that too. Kind of.
So did you really have to piss or?
I should probably go before we leave, right? It's a long
Yeah,
trip.
no, for sure. I'll go over there.
I'll try. I'll try.
I like run around. I look run, but I'm not actually that far away, and like we're pissing like 5 feet away from each other in opposite directions.
It's really very
Um,
funny.
for the record, I just want to say, I'm now on Team Willem because she made Duck cry, so we need to kill her.
All right. Well, that feels like a great place to stop. We will.
We're going.
Yeah,
We're out the
yeah.
door.
You guys have left. You've gone through the Feywild or into the Feywild to journey
Wait, how
to
are we getting there?
Bramwell will
A
My
portal?
teleport
job
you
is
there.
teleport.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bramwell will
okay. Cool.
teleport you to Misthold. Um, we'll handle that when we get to the next section, which will be next Wednesday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And then we'll be back with live sessions as
Oh my
we
god.
near
In
Live
my
from New
home.
Orleans, it's
Honey
Nat20Hot.
Hot. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh
Um,
my god.
we're thrilled. We cannot wait to be there as we
I'm gonna
come down to the.
No.
It's really annoying because I said come unintentionally. As we arrive
Do not come.
at the end here of these things. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, in these difficult times, we encourage you to be kind while there is still time. Thank you all, and we'll see you again next Wednesday. Have a great week.
Bye, Zomboy.
Bye,
Bye, Zomboy.
boy.